Shawshank Redemption is a film based around the character Andy Dufresne, a banker from Portland, Maine, who is sentenced to 2 life sentences for the murder of his wife and golf pro. While in jail, he becomes best friends with Red, who is a narrator and played by Morgan Freeman. Brooks, Haywood, and Boggs are a few other of the minor characters. This film goes over the life of these characters throughout the course of a few years, and you see the struggles Andy and his friends go through. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it as one of my favorite movies of all time. One topic we discussed that related to the movie was music therapy. There is one scene in particular that relates to this where music is seen to bring joy and happiness to all the inmates for just a few moments in a life that seems meaningless to them. I think this relates to what our guest speaker said about music therapy and how it uses every part of the brain. Another topic that relates to this movie was attachment. It's not as personal as what we talked about in class, but it has to do with the inmate's attachment to the prison, as they've been there for so long. You see in one scene how one inmate struggles to live in the outside world and considers the prison his home after spending a good part of his life there. At the beginning of the year, we talked about levels of awareness. In this movie, the main character, Andy, shows a lot of high levels of awareness, and he takes advantage of it throughout the whole movie. After watching it a couple times, you can see how much awareness he truly shows throughout the whole movie that, in the end, helps him out. This movie does a great job of showing the effects of being sentenced to life has on a person. You can see how one of the inmates is affected when he gets released and has never really seen cars, and now they are everywhere. He has a hard time adjusting to life outside the prison and really just wants to go back to prison. Many of the other characters go through similar changes throughout the movie that show the mental toll that being locked up brings a person. After watching this movie, you can see how prison changes a person mentally and the physiological and society changes that occur within them.